Hi, welcome back to the Moldavite Adventures. So this morning, actually last night, I got intuitive hit to go check out the here in San Diego. There is Encinitas. There's a self-realization center where Yogananda taught his teachings over here, I believe. And so I thought I put in the GPS for the self-realization garden, but somehow it actually took me to the self-realization temple. So I guess it's no happy accident, right? There's no such thing as coincidences. And it's just surrendering to the flow of energy and where these stones want to take me. So here they are. Yeah, so I actually brought the ones that are for the people who already came for their stone. So there's a good handful in there. I think I have about 8 left out of the 20 that were available. So the last stop these stones wanted to be at is the self-realization center. And here's one of them. So here are the ones that I am going to bring in to get I don't know, to get some kind of energy in this place. And for those who already claim theirs, right, you already got yours, just know that this has the energy of Mount Shasta. It's already like incredibly powerful. Now, before I release these stones to their new owner, we're gonna take into this self-realization temple. So when you have this stone on you, just know you have the energy of the root chakra, Mount Shasta. Incredibly powerful. Like, guys, I'm getting goosebumps right now, just like holding on to these activated Moldavites. And if I start speaking really fast in a little bit, just know there's a lot of energy in this card. So when you have these really powerful stones, find a soak bag because it helps it contain. Just now me opening it, I'm like breaking into goosebumps like everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna take these into the temple, meditate with it. I don't tune in to see what the stones want to do with them. But I'm gonna take these in and yeah, just have them soak in the energy. So when their new owners wear it on their body, it's gonna help open something. It's gonna help you connect to, I don't know, whatever's energy is being provided in this vortex over here. And for those who don't know, Encinitas in California is actually a massive vortex. And just being around here, I feel the energy. But yeah, there's a lot of very conscious people in California, in pockets, like large pockets. So much more than what I'm used to in Houston, right? It just feels so much lighter here. And so I know just being out here allowed my body to open up, and I felt free. In Texas, I felt really dense, and there are some days where I can't even get out of bed. I typically, the only time I really function or like feel lighter, just like have that energy is at nighttime. Typically after 11, when the collective actually goes to sleep. So all the work field is like at a stop. And so that's when I get all my clarity in at night, just because for me, the area and the place I was at in Houston is just too dense, and I wasn't able to hear my thoughts. Some of these thoughts weren't even mine. For those who are unaware of, yeah, just know that all these thoughts we're picking up, some of them aren't even ours. It's like, it could be collective's energy, our family's energy, our friends' energy, like projected into our field, and we make it as our own. So I realized that in Texas, right? I'm conscious. I'm starting to wake up. I'm starting to clear energy. I'm starting to see things differently. But just that it was just me trying to heal and bring in this light. But it's just, the energy is too overwhelming. It was like quicksand to me. So energetically, when I fully surrendered and I left to Cali, I noticed my body as I'm like acclimating up from Texas out of Cali. I could feel my body feeling lighter, 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 especially when I get around the national park areas. That is when I feel so much. I feel like tingly in my hands the closer I got to the park and like further away from the city. I felt kind of tingly and it started numb, and I just noticed my entire being shift in this new force field of energy. And I've never had that experience had I not driven from a dense area all the way to something that's very light, and there's pockets of high vibration. And I've never understood what high vibration really meant until I felt it. Until I felt my body open up and I feel the chakras. I could feel spinning vortexes up and down my body, and I notice the energy I'm around, right? When it's dense and heavy, I notice my body contracting. And when it's open, I notice my shoulders going back and standing up tall, and I'm unlined. But it's insane how I was so consumed in this dense energy of the collective, my family, my friends, my circle, my reality, in that little whatever I saw, whatever I knew my entire life, right? I lived in Houston almost my entire life. But it's incredible to see how much of a difference it felt coming here and feeling this lightness I've never felt before. And maybe I have, like, during my travels to like all these sacred spots. It's just that I've never consciously became aware of it until I start tuning in with my body, and I feel it and I sense it and I feel people's energy so much more now. And I'm around the girls in my programs and the people in my 1-year program. A lot of the girls there, these are very conscious. And if you think I'm like way out there psychic, I don't know, doing all this energy work, there's people who's like way more open, and I see it. They process the collective's energy through the body, and they burp, they dry heave. It's what's right when we surrender our body to be like this clear vessel to help the collective process all this energy. It does take a toll on our body, and I noticed that happening with me. The more I do the work, the more I purge. I notice, even when I'm coaching my clients, my students, it's I feel whatever they're feeling coming through my body. And I know my role to teach here is to help transmute whatever is in their field, to help transmute it through me as a vessel, or through my auric field, or just to help clear it as a surface for them, because some of it is not even your energy. And when I became conscious aware of that, it's like, holy crap, I've been living life projected on people's others' energy, projection, and I live it in this field where I live as my own, and I didn't have the tools to clear it. And so that scarcity mentality, it wasn't mine. That like, oh, I got to work 9 to 5. It's not my energy. It's the collective is what they want you to be in the matrix, to be the structure, to be this machine. Until you realize how expansive you are, and how magical this is, and how powerful you are as a creator. And the more I start realizing that, it's like anything is possible. So, long story short, I'm going to take these. I think I have about, 10 or 11 here, activated ones. Go get them, spend some time in the temple with them. And maybe I'll hit the beach later and like open up grids and anchor in more energy for people. But yeah, so these are, I'm going to share with you. There's some that are being made right now, independent, so I don't have it with me, but I will take, once they're ready, I'm going to take it back here and have them be at the temple, take on whatever energy is needed, and then release them. So some of these are going to be charged today. or absorb energetically. Got 2. So, look at these. These are all museum grades. Well, some. Got this one going too. This one. Yeah, it just felt like today was the day to do it. Something about yesterday, it really shifted. I don't know, a lot of you experienced that, but there's a lot of energy shifts yesterday where I just get a surge of more clarity. So, yep. This one is a special one for the special person at the end of next month. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check out my Moldavite experience year 2 and follow the signs. Get this one. This one's really cool when you look it up in the micro shots. And at this last activated one. So this is a 13.5. I was using this. I was holding this space for love, trust, and surrender. And when I got my new pendant, 2 days later, I checked in the bag, and this one chipped. It was museum grade, and before all this, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just gonna hold on to it because I want to hold this space of love, trust, and surrender whenever I'm looking to tune into this energy. And I guess the universe was like, nope, you are heading into a new a new energy you're holding space for. So you gotta surrender this, right? Because I resist and I didn't surrender, it chipped. So I got the clarity that, hey, it's time for me to release it. So it's funny because right the next day, someone came for it. So this one is 13.4 grams now with that 0.1 chip. So that's the thing, you know, when we stop resisting what's not meant to be in our field, things comes easier. But when we resist, stuff like this happens, right? Museum grade Moldavite, a massive one, chipped because I wasn't willing to let it go. My car accident, right? I knew it was time to let it go, but I don't know. I did it, and then boom, that happened. Same thing with the people in my life. There are some that are they're still on their journey, and they consume a lot of our energy. Especially if you're growing and you're healing and you're anchoring in light, and if you're not fully healed, if your auric field is damaged, other people can consume your energy, right? And so it's like energetic vampire for us subconsciously, especially if you're an empath and we're not aware of that. It just drains us. And when we're learning how to generate these energies, this new energy, they keep consuming it. And so, yeah, it's really important for us to heal ourselves first. Just that we can anchor in energies to help others heal, right? We don't have to do anything. It's just being in our presence, that auric field of love and light. That's what we're trying to anchor in. And when people are around that field, they'll just like feel this energy. You can put it in words on how you explain it, but it's a feeling. And when we are healed and when we start anchoring, transmuting all these junk in our field that we assume is ours, all right, when we become conscious and we start clearing them, we get more clarity on our path and trust our guidance, right? Because we know that this crap is not ours, right? It could be lineage stuff, especially, there's lineage stuff, right? Water has memory, and blood is also water. Blood has DNA, goes back to all your lineage. So, depending on what your roots are. For me, I'm Asian. I know there is lineage energy of women being suppressive. We don't speak up, or we're like suppressed in our throat area, or sacral area, like our sensuality, our sexuality. It's just so deep ingrained with us in our body. And if you are, yeah, just go back to your roots and realize like, wow, we are carrying these energies and we are making it as our own, right? Because it's part of us. And so the moment we learn how to heal and clear ourselves, not only we're healing us as a person, we're also healing our family, our lineage, and our roots. So yeah, this deep spiritual shadow work is not just for us. And if you want to heal, go internal. And the more clarity I get, the more I trust moving forward in this physical realm. And every time I feel like I'm hitting a wall, it's just like magic's just continue happening in this one continuous flow. And it's just incredibly, incredibly magical. Okay, so I went overboard. I went over, but I'm gonna take these guys in, have them do their thing, and then I will check in with you guys later. But yeah, I have a few activated left from Mount Shasta, and until those are released, I'm gonna get guidance on where to head to next with this new set of stones for this new set of alignment dates, which I'm not really sure yet, but something's gonna happen very soon. But about 9 left on my website, maybe less, I'm not sure, I haven't checked. So check it out, guys, and I don't know, if I get some footage in here, I'll post it in the video, but if not, say hi to these guys, and there are gonna be a few more coming in later once they get their pendant done. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Those are vortex numbers 939.